Actually, there you go, look at that. Haven't weighed her yet, don't really care about the weight. This is why you fish Grenvilles. Stunning, stunning fish. Absolutely made up.
The soil and the dust are trailing behind my boots. Blown by the wind, showed me a piece of my past.
I was hoping that we might have a fish or two early hours this morning, but it's nearly 7 AM.
The smell of the dust is sticking onto my clothes. Burns my throat, sends shivers down my spine. The smell of the dust makes us just the same.
Well, welcome to Peg 6 at Grenvilles. It's been a long time really since I've been in this peg. I think we're in March 2022 now, and it was May 2021 I think was the last session that I did in this particular peg. I've done I think 2 other sessions since then, both blanks, right in the depths of winter. Very, very challenging on what is a 74-acre lake with an average depth between 25 and 27 feet. So excited to be back. It's the right time of the year, I think, to be on Grenvilles because the shallower areas around the island attract the fish this time of year, and obviously down in the shallows there's a couple of anglers that have done very well so far. I think there's been about 4 50s to 58 out already and loads of 40s, so fingers crossed I can get amongst it. I'll go through how I'm fishing, how I approach the swim. Wow. Mega loud birds. I'll go through a bit more how I'm fishing the swim, how I've approached it, baiting, rigs, casting, spomming, markering up, all those sorts of things. But for now, I'm going to grab myself a coffee, sit back, chill out. It's still pretty cold out there, hence sitting in the bivvy looking through the binos trying to work out what's going on, because this morning from about 6 o'clock, something like that, there was multiple shows behind my spots, which is standard for here, but I thought by now something would have happened. I reeled in my right hand rod thinking there might be too many lines in the space of 2 rod lengths out there on the spots, but that hasn't made any difference. That rod's clipped up at the same distance as the middle rod, and it's got a bait on it ready to go, so if that spot does produce a fish, I can just get another rod straight back on it. But so far, nothing. And now I'm sitting here thinking, like every carp angler does, is it the rigs? Is it the bait? I mean, can't be, because yesterday at 4:30 or whatever it was, I had one of Grenville's smaller residents, stunning fish. But so yeah, everything was working. So maybe they're just not on it yet. Maybe they haven't found my hook bait. Maybe they're just not really properly having it. Who knows? But you start getting that seed growing in the brain about your rigs, and you start thinking, do I need to change something? But no, I don't think so. I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm going to try and sit on my hands and not think like that. I'm gutted. Oh, just throwing the camera up. I just lost one. I just lost the Grenville carp. That could have been the 50 on my 50th that's just off. Unbelievable. It didn't shed the lead. So not too sure what to think of that. But look, you can see the rig is perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. There you go. Clip system, combi rig, all working. Comeback tangle free, as you'd expect with a rig like this. Very simple, but effective. And I've just had a take, and I think it shed the hook. Now I don't know why. I can't explain that, because that turns aggressively every single time. And the hook is super sharp, so I can't figure that out. And as you can see, there are no coots out there at the minute, so I've just been done. That is a shame. Gutted. I am gutted. Waited a good 36 hours for that. What do? You've just got to keep battling on, haven't you? Effectively, that is the rig. Supple section at the end. Nice, very thin IQ2 beam section. That's it. 4 ounce lead on a clip system, which, there you go. I know in terms of rigs, the manoeuvrability of this is somewhat, I don't like this movement here, but when you want to cast 150 yards. Limited options really. You could use inlines, but they do fly off mid-flight, loosen. So, oh well, there you go. We're going to keep battling on.
The soil and the dust are trailing behind my boots. Blown by the wind, showed me a piece of my past. The soil and the dust is where we go. 6 feet under, whatever you're.
Can you believe it? Just had a lovely, fully scaled type mirror. Need to get the rod back out quickly.
Burns my throat, sent shivers down my spine. The smell of the dust makes us just the same. What makes us different is just so far away.
This, gosh, is why we fish at Grenvilles.
The soil and the dust are trailing behind my boots. Blown by the wind, showed me a piece of my past. The soil and the dust is where we go.
Wow, what a crazy morning. Firstly, happy birthday to me. I'm 50 today. I'm officially old. I think I've said that already. I don't know how to take it at the moment, but I'm sure I will be in waves of tears later knowing that I am Big 5-0. But that aside just for a minute. It's been an unusual morning. I woke up early, all keen, looking at my spots for about 5:30 this morning. Never saw a thing. I was really confused, disappointed, I don't know what it was, but I thought the opportunity has gone by me and I managed to catch one, and I'm always grateful for that, and it's always lovely to be at Grenvilles. But you know, you always feel like you could have done better or you missed a chance. Anyway, I'm dithering around in the bivvy and the right hand rod rips off. One toner that goes out there, meets it, picks up the rod, and it's on and off. I was gutted. And I felt like that's going to be the only opportunity. So I reeled in, looked at the rig, everything was working perfectly. The lead was still on, and I'll come back to this. Still got 2 rods on a spot. As I say, 145 yards, 3 rods on a spot, about 10 feet across, load of bait on it, bait and weight, and lo and behold, the left-hand rod goes. hard fighting fish, and a really great battle under the tip. Try to get in a weed bed, round with reeds. You have to have your landing net set up here at Grenvilles, one either side of your platform, so that you get in your wade as you go out. You greet the fish, you fight it in the shallows if you can, and then all in the name of safety. The fish is in the net, you put the net on the T-bar, you make sure your rig is cut immediately so there's no line attached, nothing pulling on the fish's mouth. And then you give Paul a call and he'll come round, and he's great because he takes care of everything with you. And that turned out to be a lovely, stunning 29-pound mirror, fully scaled wire fish here really. Obviously the Grenvilles is known for really big fish and lots of them, but it's also the looks of the fish. You just can't beat it in my view. Now I've got one rod out, so I decided to put the kettle on, try and make a coffee. While the kettle was boiling, I did a quick wrapping up, come back, put that rod out, dip the tip. There's a bit of an undertow at Grenvilles. It took a little while, maybe a minute or two, for it to sort of line up. I tightened it up nicely. I walked back to the bivvy and just turned the kettle off, the gas, and the rod that I've just put out just ripped off, and it was a really aggressive take. So I got out to the rod, picked it up, and I'm playing this fish and I'm thinking this is a better fish. Don't know if it's one of the big girls, but it's a good fish and it's very strong, and it took about another 30 yards of line off me when I picked the rod up. And it did not want to come in closer than about 120 yards for about 10 minutes. It was just out there wallowing, and I thought maybe I'd foul hook something at first, or it was one of the big girls. It plodded up and down the margin eventually, and then I got it in the net, looked at it, and I thought, oh, that's a chunk, that's over 30. And I was just made up. It's my birthday, you know, this sort of thing doesn't happen to me, it happens to other people. To get 2 takes on my birthday is just immense, and that turned out to be a fish of, I think it was just under 36-pound mirror. Beautiful, dark, chestnutty, leathery type, very typical of some of the bigger fish in this lake. Happy days. I am going to now finish my coffee, celebrate with some yummy granola, because I forgot my bacon and eggs, gutted, and just enjoy this day. I can't even believe it's happened, but roll on.
Banger, isn't it? Yeah. Back there, mister. There we go. Alright, bigger for me. No, don't want to do that. Hey, buddy. Just a little bit of tick video. Well, look at that. That is the second fish of the morning. Got the mainline pop up on top of a activate bottom bait, snowman style. What a banger, Grenvilles. And I'm 50 today. Is there a better birthday gift than that? Not really. Let's get her back.